Okay, welcome to another episode of Charts on Demand brought to you by TradeSnyper. We're going to go through all the charts we can today, show you how the TradeSnyper indicator is working on all these charts, and take a look at this Bitcoin run up. And we're also going to take a look at some stocks that fell hard today. So let's get to it. All right, so first and foremost, if you are not following me on TikTok, please go ahead and just give me a follow. We hit our 10,000 follower goal, and we're sitting at 10,500 right now. So now our next goal is going to be 20,000 followers. So please go ahead and drop a follow. We are posting we be posting on there just about every day. Yeah, no, we're posting about every day, pretty much on there, and it's been going really well. Having a lot of fun. Right now, we're going to just take a quick look at this indicator right here. It's called the TradeSnyper. This indicator is available for purchase for month to month. Cancel anytime. A lot of people are using it to kind of predict the market and give them a better idea of where it's going. As you can see right here on July 21st, which was 6 days ago, the TradeSnyper flipped green, which indicates buying pressure. And right here, the next day, the 22nd, once it flipped hyper green, you could see the pump that happened. So this definitely gave you a couple days to get in. If you look at this part of the screen, boom, something like this is what you would have seen, something along the lines of this, and then just a massive pump. So to get TradeSnyper access, just go to my TikTok and click on this link right here, patreon.com/TradeSnyper, or go ahead and just go to patreon.com/TradeSnyper or go to find a creator, type in Trade Sniper, it's one word, and my account will pop up right here. And again, it's just month to month, so you can cancel anytime, which is great. But a lot of people are, like I said, using this indicator, and some people are saying they're making 8 to 10% daily using it. So it's definitely worth it. And yeah, it's about the price of one cup of coffee, so definitely fair. So let's get into it. So right now we're looking at Bitcoin. As you can see, like I was saying, TradeSnyper's hyper green, which is indicating a pump. As you can see, the last couple times it flipped hyper green here, we got a pump. But no, I did want to note one thing you want to pay attention to is, and again, this is on the daily chart. As you can see, once the TradeSnyper it starts to bend, it's showing some resistance, starting to hit almost what looks like a wall. And as you can see now, it's very similar to what's happening. But the thing that I'm noticing is we have broken out of this what's look like a descending triangle and shooting up to the upside, which is, for a lot of holders is good. It's almost like a little relief rally. But for a lot of people who are trying to buy in lower, this is a horrible, horrible thing. So, um, for those that are deciding whether to sell or to buy, I don't really give financial advice on this channel. I kind of just give you, where I think the price is going and movements and stuff like that using the indicators. So as you can see here, with the run up, where's my little arrow? So it has gotten what looks like to be rejected. There's a parabolic SAR, which means stop and reverse. Above the candle. Now, when these SARs go above the candle, it usually means selling pressure is going to push the market down. When they're underneath the candle, it's just like this. When they appear underneath the candle, it usually pushes the market upwards, which it did right here. So now that there's this parabolic SAR above the candle, to me, that means that this relief rally might be over. The TradeSnyper has flipped blue. When it goes blue, that means that it's the end of this rally. It's kind of cooling off. It doesn't have a lot more momentum to keep it going. So it flips blue and kind of gives you a little bit of prediction that it's going to fall for some more losses, which very well could. As we look at some of the other time frames, like the 3 hour, it's blue here. I'll bet if we go down to the 2 hour, it's red, and yep, it's red. So once it flips from blue to red, that usually indicates increased selling pressure. So you want to get the hell out, right? Right around here if you were going to get out, based on just the indicator alone. So that's what we're looking at right now. I'm expecting a little bit more of a drop, but we'll see. It's very volatile and just really crazy. If you look at the weekly chart tells a completely different story. Right now, the TradeSnyper is green on a weekly scale, which means there's going to be some buying pressure, which is what's happened. It's also broken out of this triangle structure here and shooting upwards. The thing I fear the most is that this is a trap. And if it is indeed a trap, then what's going to happen is it's going to shoot upwards to about right around here, get rejected, and then fall back down and then fall back below this. So I think that's pretty much what's going to happen. Here, we're going to get rejected and it's going to fall back down. We're going to make this red. and then it's most likely, if it doesn't get bounce and shoot up from here, it's most likely gonna go down for some more downside. Um, I would say that, you know, we're gonna most definitely see into the 20s, but we'll see. This was a huge run up and a huge spike upwards, so you know, that could have really helped the market as far as people skeptical or you know, whatnot. So that's really Bitcoin for now. We're gonna take a look at Dogecoin. This one's a pretty crazy looking chart. As you can see, it was in this. Let me get the arrow. It was in this descending wedge for the longest time. And when the wedge is going downwards, it usually shoots the opposite direction of where the wedge is initially going. So the wedge was going downwards, so this actually shot upwards. And you can see here, that's exactly what happened. And then it kind of was stagnant for a while, and then another upsurge. This would have been a good selling point for people who wanted to get out of Dogecoin, who, you know, maybe bought the Elon Musk SNL you know, performance or whatever the hell they thought was going on. Everyone was saying Dogecoin's going to $1. As you can see, everyone who said that was wrong because it's now only 20 cents. If we look at the daily chart, you could see more of a scope. So you can see it was in this descending wedge for the longest time. We had some of our price predictions here, you know, 80% you know, decline from the top. And as you can see, it hit it perfectly and then broke out of this wedge. Now, the thing I fear the most, again, like I was talking about before, you can see right here, the TradeSnyper is bending. Once it's bending, once it starts to bend, see right here, it starts bending and then it just dumps. And now it's bending through, and you know, we're trying to probably expecting another dump on Doge, but we will see. If you look at the weekly chart, it's pretty much the same, very similar things. The thing I noticed about weekly chart is there's been, you know, 8 or 9 weeks consecutively of selling off, and TradeSniper's red. Now the red is bending here as well on the bottom. This has a chance to flip green and shoot up like some of the rest of them do. So that's what could happen, but it has to get through these time frames first. There could be somewhat of a sell-off going on, but you know, we'll see what's going to happen with Dogecoin. As you can see in like the 4 hour and the 3 hour charts, it was looking pretty bad for a while. It got rejected at this point and then shot up. So we're going to see there's a little bit of a support line looking like right around here, something like this. And then there's what looks like to be a forming a somewhat of a rally formation. So we're going to just leave this here. What I'm expecting with Doge is we'll probably get a little bit of a pop. Maybe it'll even fake out and go like this, and you know, rally, fake rally to the top, up to here. You know, 21, 22 cents. Get rejected and then just fall out of this. If you know, again, it's going to follow Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin gets rejected, it's going to fall, and I could see this coming back down here. So we're going to leave that there for now, and we're going to go ahead and move on to XRP. So here we have XRP again. It's in somewhat of a similar wedge, downward wedge, as you can see. Right here was a descending triangle with a descending slant to the bottom. Like I said, once XRP breaks out of this descending triangle, it's going to fall. It's going to shoot upwards to the bottom of the end of this descending triangle, which is exactly what it did. It didn't make it to the end of it, and then it just kind of went sideways, and then it shot up here. But the problem is it still hasn't made it above this triangle. So for XRP to get any sort of traction, it's going to have to break out of this downward trend, and it's going to have to shoot upwards past this. But the problem is there's just a ton of resistance up at the top here. So you know, XRP might be in some trouble, but you know, as we're seeing, it's a little bit of a little rally here going on. You know, Bitcoin too. You know, a couple percent rally here and there. So you know, we're just going to patiently wait and see what's going to happen with XRP. But like I said, first it's going to need to break this downtrend to do anything. Tezos. A lot of people have been looking at XTZ. This is Tezos, and as you can see here, it's been in this channel. This is a very interesting channel since, you know, basic inception, it fell to the bottom and it was just, you know, ranging up and down, trying to just gain traction and then a dump, gaining more traction and then a dump, and then it shot way up right here, you know, back in May. And then you know, insane dump down to the bottom. But the thing you'll notice is that there's the support line that has never broken. So it's hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 or 5 times on this line here. It's never broken it. So you know, I would definitely keep your eye on XTZ Tezos. The weekly chart looks pretty bullish. Problem I'm seeing is the fact that the daily chart, again, the TradeSnyper here is bending. We're in this little wedge looking structure, and it kind of just hit the end of it right here. So it's going to have to break up out of this. Probably will fall for some more downside, get to the bottom of this yellow line, and then shoot up. So that's probably what we're going to see here. So we're going to say it's going to fall. It's going to fill this area. And then once it does, if it holds this area, we'll probably see it end up going back up, maybe touching the top of this again. So that could be the buying opportunity there for Tezos. So we're going to leave that there for now, and we will revisit that on another day. Here's a very interesting chart, Theta. Where is it? Theta. So we actually on this YouTube channel made our price prediction and a call, and literally drew what we thought was going to happen, and we left this here since probably about a month ago. No, maybe a couple weeks ago. I made this prediction, and you could see it actually hit it complete perfectly. It fell a little bit below it, but it hit it perfectly. And then from there, had you had bought my call here, again, not financial advice, but if you did take it, this was a whoops. This would have been a 60 70% upswing. That's crazy. 70% gain. So you literally had to watch this YouTube channel, got my calls. Let's see, you got in at $4 and a little bit lower, and you got it up here, and it shot up. It shot all the way up to here to the bottom of this triangle. We made 80%. That is absolutely insane. Now, in some of my past videos, I literally said that Theta was going to get to the bottom of this descending triangle, fall out of it, shoot up to the bottom, get rejected, fall, and then shoot up again. Try to get through the top of it. And as you can see, it hasn't broken out of this through this channel yet. So now it did get rejected right here, but it seems to be since the market's pumping, everything's going along with it. So we'll see if it has any steam to get out of this, but only time will tell. TradeSnyper is green, so this could see a little bit of an upswing. But like I said, there's a major resistance on this line right here. So for Theta to do anything, it's gonna have to break up through that. Okay, so let's take a look at some stocks. We have Neo. Neo is another one of the predictions that I was making. I was throwing out some price points for people. Right here, it went 33.20, and we were saying in a couple past videos. Again, you could go back and fact check this and rewatch them. It was in this triangle. We predicted that it was going to fall back down, and that's exactly what is happening. I haven't touched this chart. I haven't touched this chart since last time I made this video. So as you can see, it's literally going. It's going perfectly. TradeSnyper's red on the weekly. It's looking real bad for Neo. It's already fell 10% today. The daily chart, that's red as well. There's a parabolic SAR above the candle. Just Neo looks real bad. Again, it's pretty much like Tesla's competition. A lot of people were in Neo, and thinking it's very bullish. Well, we'll see what is going to happen with it. But as you can see, everything's just bright red. The whole stock market looks pretty bad today. A lot of things took a 5 to 8% hit, and they could go for some more downside if it doesn't get picked up soon. So that's Neo. I would wait until, if anybody who's trying to get involved, I would wait to see if it, see what happens when it gets to the $35 level, and if it does hold in this triangle that it's in. If it doesn't indeed hold, then it could be a good buying opportunity. But the problem that that's going to arise is that this whole entire area has not been tested. As you can see, it ran up all the way and it shot up so fast that none of this area, these areas haven't been tested. So I could see if something happens, possibly COVID related, possibly more lockdowns. I mean, you never know what the heck is going to happen. I'm just gonna plug my computer in. What the heck can happen with all this stuff? So it's red on the weekly scale. I would be out of this already. This looks very dangerous. Let's take a quick peek at the monthly. Yeah, there's a parabolic SAR above the monthly chart. I mean, it just looks terrible. So we'll see. Let's take a look at AMC. Again, I haven't touched it since last time. It's going to need a little bit of fixing, but as you can see here, AMC did exactly what we were saying. It's going to fall out of this triangle. It shoots up to the bottom of this triangle. The end, it gets rejected, falls back down, and then now it's literally just kind of going sideways a little bit for a minute. I'm going to drop this down here just to kind of reflect on what is happening, and that's what's happening. So that's AMC. As you can see here, once it got the parabolic SAR above the candle and TradeSnyper flipped blue right here, that was basically the end of this rally. Could have gotten out and then just waited and just waited. As you can see here, when TradeSnyper flipped from blue to red, it fell, and then it fell really hard, which this is indicating more increased selling pressure. And that is exactly what happened. There was just days of selling pressure on AMC. Everybody on my TikTok attacked me and said that there's going to be a big short squeeze and some new thing they learned this year, and that all these experts hold on, I'm really trying to, there we go. all these experts on TikTok telling me that it's going to $100, and as you can see clearly, it hasn't yet. So we will see. TradeSnyper is blue, which means that this little mini rally here could be possibly over. And if I tell you right now, if this end of this descending triangle here breaks, if this breaks here, AMC could dump and dump to absolute oblivion since it's so overbought. Again, just like Neo, this whole area here hasn't really been tested. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens over the next weeks, couple weeks and months, but it doesn't really look great. As you can see here, TradeSnyper is blue, on the weekly scale. But if whoops, but if this turns to red for increased selling pressure, it could fall out of this triangle and it could look really, really bad. Another thing I wanted to note is there's a parabolic SAR underneath the candle since January 2021. So this has been supporting this price all the way up here, and as you can see, it's starting to bend. So what happens when the parabolic SAR pretty much appears over the top of the next candle? Well, this is what happened, and as you can see, it just got completely cracked. So we'll keep our eye on AMC for some more updates. And it's getting to the end of this triangle here, so it's going to go one of two ways. It's either going to fall out of that triangle and dump down, or it's going to shoot up out of the triangle to go test new all-time highs. Let's check in on some other random stocks. Again, if you want, this is charts on demand. So if you guys want to request a stock or something that you wanted to look at, oh, someone requested. Let's see, someone requested. What was it? I forget which one they requested. It was it BSV? Bitcoin SV. Well, we can take a look at ETH. Let's take a look at Ethereum. So ETH, again, I haven't touched any of these charts. Wow, look at that. So ETH, wow, that's absolutely nuts. So ETH literally shot up from here. TradeSnyper indicator flipped green on, let's see when it flipped green here. Yeah, to the 21st. So TradeSnyper flipped green 6 days ago. This is what it would have looked like before the pump. So as you can see here, it was red. If you look at it, see it's red right here. And then once it flips green, and it did flip right back here too, so you're starting to see some movement. Once it flipped green, you could see it starts moving back up again, and this was a nice little candle to buy, let's say 1870. And then the next candle, this is a daily chart the next day, hyper green. Well, you might want to get in, boom, and then it shot up past 2000, okay? And then it just kept on going and going and going and going, and then next thing you know, it got rejected at the top of this right here. So that's bad for ETH holders, hodlers, if this doesn't get some sort of support or picked up here. It could fall back down to the bottom of this triangle right around here, and that's what I think is probably going to happen. Unless, like I said, the crypto market goes, oh shoot, unless the crypto market goes absolutely nuts, which I am pretty sure it probably won't happen. So yeah, so we're gonna just leave this here. We're gonna say that Ethereum is gonna fall, assuming that it is, and we're just going to change this to red, and that's it. And then the price point, we're going to say, most likely going back down below 2K if we don't find some support. So that's for ETH here. As you can see, TradeSnyper is already bending. That's why I'm making this call here, because once it bends, if the minute this flips to blue, this rally is over. As you can see on the 4 hour, it's already flipped and it's already red. So that's not good. If this stays like this, if this is the line here, the official line, then it should stay in this triangle. But it's kind of hard to get it. Yeah, it's something like that. So there's a chance that it stays up above here, and instead of falling back below this triangle, we'll just get support here and shoot upwards. So that's another scenario that we could also kind of see if it'll play out. I know I don't want to just say, oh, it could go up or down, but it's depending on a couple factors, right? So if this gets support here, it doesn't fall below into this channel, it should shoot up. If it does fall below into this channel again, it's just going to keep going down. So it's all really contingent on what happens over the next few days. Okay, so that's ETH. How about another couple random charts here? We looked at XRP, we looked at Tezos, we looked at Theta, Crowcoin. This is CRO, this is crypto.com. We looked at this briefly a while ago, and let's see what we had. So yeah, so we had this fake rally drawn. Everybody who watches my videos knows that these rallies here, once this gets rejected at this point, it falls below it, and that's not good. And so right now it's going to it fell below this fake rally looking formation here, and then it went to the top here. The tip of it got rejected, and now it's falling um, from this point here. So this, yeah, CRO looks pretty bad. I know everything's going up right now, but like I said, you got to be really careful with these rallies because a lot of people who are underwater with their crypto and their stocks are going to be looking for an exit point because a lot of people are convinced that Bitcoin's going sub 30K. And if they are, and they just want to get the hell out to either pay their taxes or they're just looking for a good exit point or exit strategy, this is where they're going to do it. They're not going to wait for it to go up anymore. Most people are just going to unload here. So that's that. So how about a couple other things? We have Bitcoin SV. See if we could find a good chart with this. Um, yeah, Bitcoin SV looks like yeah we have. I mean, this is insane. I haven't touched these. I haven't even looked at this chart. You can literally see where we had the support line drawn, and as you can see here, this support, which was past support once broken, fell down. Let me just get my arrow. Fell down, and once this support line broke, it fell down, and then it shot up to the bottom of this support line. It got rejected. So what they say is, and pretty much how it goes is, old support becomes resistance. So what was shooting this, what was bouncing this Bitcoin SV up, and it was hitting this line and bouncing up, hitting the line, bouncing up, 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 before, back in July, early July 10th, July 11th. Now once it's broken and it's falling down, it's now acting as resistance because now it can't break above that. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. It's $130. BSV fell all the way to $110. That's pretty crazy. I'm surprised it went even that low. So we can see here on the daily. I mean, come on, there's literally, you couldn't have called that any more perfect. You have a red on the daily to green flip right here on July 21st. Again, 6 days ago, this indicator, TradeSnyper indicator, flipped right here. So you could literally just bought in right here and then shot up. And this isn't the first time it's done this. Here's the last time it went from red, which was increased selling pressure, to green, which is basically where it found its support right here. And then here, as you can see, the hyper green, you get a huge pump as it did here. So that's BSV. It basically called it perfectly. As you can see here, we had a mock draw up of what we think was going to happen with BSV. Obviously, it didn't happen. It did fall a lot, but it didn't just get collapse down to $8. But that's what could very well happen with some of these cryptos. So that's BSV. Did we take a look at Cardano yet? We haven't, so we're going to. What do we have here for Cardano? I have some stuff drawn. I don't know what this is. I think this was a prediction of where it was going. It looks like it's going along the lines of that, but I just don't know. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. So we're going to take that out. If we extend this, we're going to notice that this is what we're looking at. What we are looking at with Cardano. It's a descending triangle. This could get broken and rejected, which is exactly what it did. As you can see, same thing with Cardano. My indicator here, TradeSnyper has flipped green on the 21st. It's literally doing this in unison with all the other ones and would have given a really good buying opportunity here and buying opportunity here and a really good selling opportunity here. So as you can see, the pattern, green, that's where it's finding some of its support. It pumps, it shoots up, and then once you see the hyper green, that's when it's about to get into a bigger pump, which is what happened here. Then you see the green to blue. I mean, how much easier can I make it for anybody? You could give TradeSnyper to a 5-year-old, and they could be trading they could just be trading the colors and win. Okay, so it's like, I mean, how much more, like, how much easier can you get? Here's where it turned blue. Like, look, like here's where it turned blue here, right? It still looks like it's going up. It's $1.40. It flips blue, and look at it slowly. See, it's blue, and it starts falling, and it starts going down, and then right here, boom, and then blue to red, and then just more selling, more selling. Pay attention right here, and then look, red, 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 and then look, green, right there, the 21st, boom, green, and then wham, there's your rally. So just pay attention to it. Pay attention to the trade summary. Pay attention to it on the higher time frames. As you can see here with the 4-hour, it's red. It's, when I say blue to, green to blue, then that's usually the end of the rally. I mean, come on, how much easier can I make it? So it fell some more, and now it's falling even more. So just be careful out there. That's pretty much it. I guess we'll take some look at a couple more stocks. A lot of people were, interested in seeing some stuff today. Not really a lot of action. I mean, just a lot of stocks just getting cracked. We could take a look at Riot Blockchain. this one is an absolutely insane chart. Look at this wedge. So if we go on the weekly scale, Riot was in this nasty, nasty wedge here. It just looks like it broke out of it, which could be good, but if you extend this, it looks like it's just right back in it. So we're just going to move some of these lines. This looks like to be something like that. So this actually, I'm going to actually change this entire thing up right now because the way that the structure is looking, it's looking just like a descending triangle. And that's what we're going to do. So we're changing this up, and this is indeed a descending triangle. That's not good for Riot because usually these break down to the downside. So that's a weekly chart. As far as the daily chart, yeah, so it's still green. It pumped up a lot yesterday, but as we go down and investigate some of the lower time frames, you can see here it flipped blue from hyper green to blue right here, and then fell, and now it's down 7%. Do I expect more downside? Probably, depending on where Bitcoin's going. Riot blockchain has kind of going in with Bitcoin. When Bitcoin pumps, so does Riot. When Bitcoin dumps, Riot does as well. So we'll see what happens with Riot. I mean, yeah, there's a couple other stocks we could look at. GameStop, we've been watching this. So GameStop, oh my God, like I haven't touched these. So you can see this, line here. It's fell down on this parallel channel, and shot up through it, and now it's just kind of tap dancing on this channel here. I'm gonna extend this here, and I'm gonna extend these here like this. Okay, and yeah, so if GameStop, again, it's blue, took a little hit today. It's down 3%. But if you look at the daily, it's the same thing. Here we have it green, it's bending already. A good instance of when it started bending but didn't fall was right here. Problem is, this was in a rally formation. It was in a rally formation at this point, and now it rallied, and the people who profit take were going to profit take right here. And again, you'll note TradeSnyper is blue, or flip blue rather, right here, and that would be the best time to get the hell out of GameStop at a whopping $320 range. 310 to 320 would have been a good time once TradeSnyper flipped blue. Then you see the blue to red selling pressure here, and it hasn't been the same ever since. So we'll keep an eye on GameStop. Oh, Alibaba. This one was one that I noticed the other day got cracked. And this will be the last one of the day. So as you can see, I haven't touched any of these. I make my lines, and they just fall, and it just literally comes back down to it. So we've had, this is back in 2015. Alibaba was in, this is a rally formation. Here's the basic support line that we've drawn that it hasn't really broken. Something like along the lines of this. It hasn't really shattered it, but as you can see here, it hasn't shattered it, but it did dip below it. So that's probably not good on the weekly scale. As far as the daily scale goes, again, it's red. TradeSnyper is red, and it's just selling off and just looking for some support now. I mean, this got cracked, so we noticed this somewhat of a downtrend here, and now it's just in this triangle formation. So we'll see what happens with Alibaba and the rest of these stocks. You could see a lot of sell-offs today. Nothing really popping. Let's take one last quick look at Bitcoin before we go. And as you can see here, 38,300. Some of the lower time frames are shooting up. It's just going back and forth. Let's see if we could find other charts. How about BCH? Yeah, very similar stuff with Bitcoin Cash. This chart is a huge mess, but as you can see here, again, same thing. We're gonna just extend this. We're gonna just extend this triangle here. This is Bitcoin Cash. So yeah, same thing. It fell out of this triangle, shot upwards, and now this is just the do or die. Like, this is the point. $500. If it could shoot up out of this, we could get a potential another rally. But I'm not holding my breath because if you look at the 4-hour charts, it's flipping green red. It's just a choppy, dangerous market. I would just wait to see what happens and go from there. But like I said, as far as a lot of these cryptos go, it's very, very scary right now, and anything can happen. So definitely stay safe. Definitely follow me on TikTok. Again, TradeSnyper. We posted some cool stuff today so far already. And if you want to get access to the TradeSnyper indicator that I've been talking about, just go over to patreon.com and then search TradeSnyper. It's one word. Or go to my TikTok and just click TradeSnyper link in my bio, and we'll take you right to it. We'll get you set up, and on every single chart you have will look like this once we add the TradeSnyper to your account, and you'll be able to follow the markets way better than without it. So good luck. I hope everyone has a great afternoon and stay safe out there because this market looks absolutely crazy. All right, take care, and we'll catch you guys next time.